Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So Jonathan is a movie that was released in 2018, and it's a psychological slash sci-fi thriller, and it stars Ansel Elgort and also Suki Waterhouse. Now, I didn't know anything about this movie. The only thing I knew was the main actor, Ansel Elgort, was actually in the movie Baby Driver, which is an excellent movie. And so the general story is there are these two brothers. One of them is named Jonathan, and the other one is Jay. And it's really not anything interesting there except for the fact that they are the same person. There's basically multiple personalities taken to the next level. So getting into the things that I enjoyed about this movie is this overall premise. You know, it might seem really easy to just have the same actor play these two different personalities. However, the way in which Ansel Elgort did this and the way the story is told from the perspective of Jonathan, it always keeps you wondering, and it keeps you more interested in this as you go along. And as you're seeing these two separate people mentally in the same body, it causes a whole bunch of different situations and scenarios that I think most people wouldn't think of unless they were in that situation. And I thoroughly enjoyed this story from beginning to end. And that was probably the most important thing about this movie is they took a story that could seem very simple, but it made it interesting, curious, and also makes you think a lot throughout the whole movie. So I think that is the best thing about the movie. The second thing is the overall acting, mainly with the main actor, Ansel Elgort. I think he did an excellent job in portraying two different people. And whenever you are watching this movie, the way in which these two separate people communicate with themselves, it is so interesting, and it always keeps you on the edge. And the overall performances of all the other actors and actresses, I think they were very well done. And so the final thing I would say I enjoyed about this movie is this whole concept and how it really makes you question whether or not you are who you are. And you'll kind of get that whenever you are watching this movie. And I'm trying not to give too many things away, but there is a certain thing that occurs where these two people in the same body can function. You know, one of them, basically lives during the day, and the other one lives during the night, and their lives basically collide. And I just really love the fact that it made me think a lot about the movie, about the characters, and just overall, our own consciousness, and I really think that is something that very few movies do. Whenever you step out of the movie and you're still thinking about it and pondering upon things, so the movie did that so well. For the best value in domain names, check out Namecheap, where you could get a domain for an entire year for less than $10, plus get WhoisGuard privacy protection for free. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. Now, the things that I didn't like about this movie, I would say it's kind of like half and half, because the movie is told from Jonathan's perspective instead of Jay's perspective. And so you don't know a lot about what's going on in Jay's life. You only see through Jonathan's eyes. And so maybe that was done on purpose, and I think they did it effectively. But I would like to know a little bit more about Jay and about the whole, different personalities and kind of how they came about, doing this, I think that would have added a little bit more depth, but maybe the opposite of that was it might have taken away a lot of the curiosity and the mystery that surrounds it. And other than that, honestly, I really can't think of any other negative on this movie. I really enjoyed it, the performances, and maybe if some of those things were answered, it could have made the world building a little bit bigger. But I don't think that was the purpose of the movie. The purpose of the movie was to really focus on this relationship between these two minds, two people in one body, and how all of this affects them out in the real world. And so those are my overall thoughts on Jonathan. This is an excellent movie. I enjoyed it all the way throughout. And if you are that type of person who enjoys a movie that makes you think, makes you ponder things, I think you will get a lot out of this. And so if you did have any thoughts on this movie or any other sci-fi or psychological thrillers that you've enjoyed, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you want to see more of my sci-fi movie reviews, I do have an entire playlist as well. I'll leave that in the description as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Gold Content Creators group where you'll get access to additional videos and content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.